This tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do a little green screen and a little bit of masking and changing position. If you look right now, um, you'll see that I have this dancing zebra and some drone footage behind. I don't have it keyed perfectly because as the footage is moving, I'm having my green screen zebra change position at the same time. So let me show you how we do that. And I'm going to start from the beginning. And I'm going to delete what I have here. And the first thing we need to do is import our green screen footage and our background drone footage. So there's two ways to import footage. You can either double click in the project panel, or you can do File, Import Files. And if you remember earlier, I said how important it is to keep your media all in one location. And if you remember, I suggested that you create a folder called Your Name, Title, Practice. And inside of that folder is where I have my media. So I'm going to select, and if I hold down the Shift key, I can select multiple files and import them. And here I have my dancing zebra and I have my drone footage. So I'm going to work with my dancing zebra footage first. If I double click it, I get a little preview, and I'm looking up here. When I double click, I've opened up the footage. I'm no longer in my composition. We want to work in our composition. I'm going to take my dancing zebra and I'm going to drag and drop it on the frame. There is, to key out the green, we're going to, under Effects and Presets, type in Key Light and apply that effect. I'm going to drag and drop it. And then if I come over to my panel, I have my key light effect and all of the variables I can manipulate. Where it says screen color, if I click on the eyedropper and I'm going to click close to my zebra, and now I've keyed out quite a bit of the green. I can't tell if I've done a great key yet or not because I don't have a background. So I'm going to go back and look in my project panel and grab my drone footage, and I'm going to put that underneath my zebra. And my key is pretty good, but I'm going to first come over and I'm going to scale down my zebra because my zebra is way out of scale with the school. So I can either grab my handles, and if you hold down Shift, it will keep it proportional. You want to make sure that you do that. And I'm going to drag, I'm going to put my zebra up on the roof. Now, if you notice, I didn't do the greatest key because I have the line of where the curtain meets the floor, and I have a little bit of what's called spill. There's a great thing that you can do in After Effects, and that is masking, and you're probably familiar with that with Photoshop. So using the pen tool, I know that my zebra doesn't move around a lot. I'm going to create a mask around my zebra. And you have to close your mask. And now if you notice that anything outside of the mask is no longer visible, I'm going to move my points just a bit because I was a little too aggressive around his feet. And then I'm just going to scrub through my footage to see if he goes outside the mask. You see right here? I'm actually going to put another point there, and I'm going to pull that out just a tad. Okay, and now I think I have a pretty good key. And I'm just going to have this go for a much shorter period of time, about 5 seconds. Because sometimes when you have a lot of things going on, your video output will not display perfectly, and there'll be a little bit of delay. So I'm going to play what I have now, and it's going to be a little not perfect. But if you notice, one of the issues I'm having is that the drone was still for a bit, and now it's starting to zoom out a little later. And so it looks kind of funny that my zebra is in the same position even though we're starting to move away. So what I can do is I can use my position, P for position, and I can start to keyframe and say, here, I want to move my zebra back a little bit. Again, I'm going to move him back a little bit. And the pros will do this frame by frame, but I'm just going to do it a little quickly right now. So you'll notice he's moving back the same as the building. I could also scale him to move back, but that is how to use key light to remove the green and to put your character that's been green screened into another environment. The important thing to remember with your layers is if I were to have my background in the top layer, I no longer see my zebra. It has to be in the layer below my zebra for both to appear.